Just 24 hours ago, last night, the U.S. was within minutes of striking Iran. But President Trump suddenly stopping the strike before it could happen. When news of this broke, President Trump at first today saying the U.S. was, quote, cocked and loaded, ready to target 3 different sites, saying he called it off with 10 minutes to spare. It was meant to be retaliation after Iran shot down that U.S. drone. So what was it at the last minute that abruptly had the president halting the mission? ABC's chief global affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz leads us off.
Just 24 hours after the drone shoot-down, which Iranian TV claims can be seen in this fireball, the U.S. military was minutes from striking back.
They made a very bad mistake.
Despite that mistake, and after a day of urgent Pentagon preparations, a stunning change in plans around 7 p.m. last night. The U.S. military was ready to launch warplanes and warships at Iranian targets until one final meeting between the president and members of his national security team, where Trump made his dramatic reversal against the advice, say sources, of National Security Advisor John Bolton and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. Even some conservative voices on the president's favorite news channel were urging restraint.
He knows it will define his administration. He knows that it doesn't serve American interests, but that people who work for him are pushing the United States into a position where war is very likely, if not inevitable.
This morning, as Iran was displaying images of wreckage they say they recovered of the drone, Trump confirming overnight reports. At 9 a.m., tweeting that 10 minutes before the mission was to be launched, he changed his mind. We were cocked and loaded to retaliate last night on 3 different sites. When I asked, how many will die? 150 people, sir, was the answer from a general. Trump later telling NBC he stopped it because it would not have been a proportional strike.
They came in, and they came in about a half an hour before. They said, sir, we're about ready to go. I said, I want a better
planes
definition.
In the air? Were planes in the air?
We're about ready to go.
Yeah?
No, but they would have been pretty soon. And things would have happened to a point where you wouldn't turn back or couldn't turn back. So they came and they said, sir, we're ready to go. We'd like a decision. I said, I want to know something before you go. How many people will be killed? They said, came back, said, sir, approximately 150. And I thought about it for a second. And I said, you know what? They shot down an unmanned drone, plane, whatever you want to call it. And here we are sitting with 150 dead people. That would have taken place probably within a half an hour after I said go ahead. Yeah. And I didn't like it. I didn't think it was proportionate.
The Iranians claimed today that they, too, made a humanitarian decision, deciding not to shoot down a manned U.S. P-8 surveillance plane they claim was in Iranian territory. A P-8, which usually has a crew of 8, was in the region, taking this image of the drone falling into the water, but was in international airspace. But it was passengers aboard commercial aircraft who appeared to be in the greatest danger over the Gulf of Oman, with a flight track showing the missile passing just miles in front of a civilian Qatar Airways flight.
This is completely irresponsible action by the Iranians to shoot a missile just miles in front of a commercial airliner. If the radar track had shifted from the drone to that commercial airliner, that we would be talking about hundreds of people who would have been killed by this Iranian missile.
Very alarming. Martha Raddatz back with us live tonight. And Martha, a lot of pressure within his own administration, as you reported there, to move forward with this. But tonight, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi relieved, saying she's glad the president held back. Take a listen.
A strike of that amount of collateral damage would be very provocative, and I'm glad the president did not take that.
She went on to say the president needs to de-escalate the situation. And now, Martha, the White House and the administration will take concerns over Iran to the UN.
They will, David. The U.S. has called for a closed-door UN Security Council meeting on Monday to discuss Iran, with the president seemingly dialing back military action for now, saying he is in no hurry and believing the sanctions are working. But this standoff with Iran is far from over, David.
Martha Raddatz with us again tonight. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.